Okay, so let's delve right into some proper trigonometry questions, shall we? First off, just a quick recap of the sides and the names of the sides. Remember, longest side is always the hypotenuse. The one that is next to both of the angles is the adjacent, because again, if you look in a dictionary, adjacent just means next to, essentially. Okay, and the opposite is opposite the curvy angle. Okay, so opposite the curvy angle, it's going to have a curvy letter. Okay, and these are your trigonometric ratios. This one was called sine. This one was called cosine. This one was called tangent. Okay, usually people call that sin, cos, tan. I don't like calling it sin, because sine has the exact amount of syllables to me. But there we go. Yes, so we're going to go through the steps on how to work out a proper trigonometry question. Before we do that though, you're going to need one of these. You're going to need a scientific calculator, specifically one that has the sine, cos and tan buttons on it. Okay, make sure that those are on it. All the Casio ones, all the common Casio ones have it. And also we're going to be using these ones here, so the shift versions of these buttons with a little -1 next to them. They're going to be useful, but I think I will do those next video. So we're going to be finding sides on a trigonometric problem. Okay, let's start off with this one. You might recognize it from the last video. I'm going to leave those to the side there. This board is going to be very useful actually. Okay. Right, now, when we're trying to find out, the object of the question is we're trying to find out the length of this side. And we can use that, use this information alone, 61 degrees and 10 centimetres, in order to find that. We don't need any other information other than that angle and that side. That's the magic of trigonometry, okay? Right, so, step one, with every single basic trig question, you need to label the sides. Okay, always step one. Okay, so this one's the longest side. What's that called? Have a think. Correct, it is the hypotenuse. Okay, this side here, do we need to worry about that side there? There's nothing on it, so we don't need to do anything with that side at all. Don't need to label it. That'll just confuse us. Okay, this side here, it's got a label on it. Okay, so we can do something with it. Now, is it next to any angles? It's actually next to both of the angles. What does next to mean? In a dictionary, what does next to mean? Adjacent. Okay? We don't need to worry about the opposite at all. Don't need to worry about that at all. Now have a look over here. Which one of these has both A and H in? Okay? Sine has got O and H. Cosine has got A and H. What do we need? We needed one with A and H in it. So we're going to be using that. So, step two, we've got to decide if it is sine, cos, or tan. Okay? We do that by seeing which ones have the angles that we've got labelled there. Okay. Right, now, step three. We are going to get these triangles and plug this information in. Okay, this is a really crucial step. I'm just going to draw the triangle here again. This cos triangle here. Okay, so what information have we got? H is in this corner here, so this corner here. So we're just going to stick in whatever H is, which is X. Okay. What's on top here? We've got A on top. What's A? It's 10 centimetres. Now, C. Okay, how are we going to represent the C in there? Well, that's something to do with the angle. Okay, that's actually the cos of the angle. Every single angle, no matter how small, always has a cos value, always has a sine value, always has a tan value. Okay, now depending on the question is what is useful there. Okay, so that's what we've got to start with. Now, with looking back to like speed, distance, time, what did you do when you were finding out speed, distance, time? Well, if they were over each other, we did division. Okay, so we're trying to find out what x is. So we're going to be doing 10 divided by cos 61. Sorry, I forgot to fill in the step 3, didn't I? So step 3 is fill in the triangle. And step 4, which we're going to do now, is the actual calculation. Calculation. Okay, this is where you get your calculator. Now remember, like speed, distance, time, you do a bit of division here. Okay, 10 divided by cos 61. You might notice how I've put some brackets in there. There is a reason for that. Because if we put in cos into our calculator, you might notice, have a look there, it puts an open bracket in there for you. All right? So, we're going to type this in. 10 divided by cos 61. And close the bracket, remember. Okay? And let's see how that comes out. So, I've wrote that into my calculator. And it's come out with 20.63-ish. 2 decimal places, good enough. What does that mean? What does 20.63 mean? Okay, what was the object of the question? We were trying to find out what x is. So what did we do? Let's have a look. We labelled the sides first of all, A and H. And we decided if we're using sine, cos or tan. We got A and H, cos is A and H. We filled in the triangle, so we did put the A there, so we got the A, saw the A here, we plugged it into the triangle. We saw the H, see what's there, we plugged it into the triangle. And we saw the C there, and with the C, with the whatever's on this corner, it will always be with the angle. So we've got cos 61 there. So this means 10 divided by cos 61. 10 divided by cos 61. I'll plug that into my calculator and it's come out with 20.63. What am I missing? Centimetres. So just from the 10 and the 61, we have found out the length of this side here. That's all we had to use in order to find it. 4 steps. If you know these 4 steps, things are just going to come incredibly easily to you. Let's do one more example, shall we? Okay, now I'm going to put that just to the side for the time being because it's got the steps labelled on it. Okay, here's another one for you. We've got 88 centimetres there, we've got x there, and this curvy angle here is 34 degrees. Step 1, what was step 1? Have a think. Step 1 was label the sides. Let's label the sides then. What's this one here, the 88 on top? It's next to the 34 and the right angle. If it's next to, it's adjacent. Okay? This side here, there's nothing on this side here. Do we need to worry about it? We don't need to worry about it. Okay? This one here though is opposite the curvy angle. So it's going to be the opposite, it's the opposite side. Okay? Again, have a look which one of these has A and O on it. That's got O and H. That's got A and H. That's got O and H. So we're going to be using tan. Okay? What's the O? What's in the O? O's on top. So we're going to put in whatever's with the O there. A is there. So we're going to put in whatever A is there. And next, because we've got T, it's tan. Okay, and we put the angle there, tan 34. So, what calculation do we do here? They're next to each other. Remember, on this one we did before, they were above each other. Okay, 10 over cos 61. This time they're next to each other in the triangle. Do you think we still divide? Because, in fact, we multiply. So, we're trying to find out what x is, so we're going to do tan 34, and we're going to put a bracket in there. Put them in brackets, like the calculator does. Times by 88. Okay, so let's go through that again. So, label the sides first. We did that, we put the A and the O. Number 2, decide sine, cos or tan. We had Poppy, be quiet. Sorry, that was my cat. We had A and O, so we chose the one with A and O in it, or O and A. Fill in the triangle. That's what we did here, and then do the calculation. That's what we're going to do here. I'm going to get my calculator. I'm going to push AC because don't push on because that clears everything. Remember, AC, if we push up again, it actually gives you the last thing. Anyway, AC. So tan, 34, close bracket, times by 88. Let's see how it comes out. There we go. About 39.36. 59.36, my bad, I misread that. 59.36. That's in centimetres, so this is going to be in centimetres. Okay, that's two trigonometric questions, very basics, two examples to kind of get you going. I'll probably do a couple more with a bit of problem solving as well in the near future, because this is a difficult topic, and with this whole home learning thing, it's not an easy one to comprehend quickly. Any questions, please let me know, and if there's high enough demand, I'll do another video on it. Thank you very much. Happy maths.